internalize and say, okay, how am I going to act, or what do I need to do to show them that this is, this is the way that we need to go. If I try and institute something in the office or in the shop, but I'm not doing it myself, that I'm hypocritical. And you definitely need to lead by example, and you need to listen to people, because even, the buck stops with me. No matter what happens in my shop, I'm responsible, even if I'm not directly responsible for it. It's accountability. So you're accountable for everything that goes on with the people you work with or who work for you. I like to call them all team members. We work together. If you don't listen to the people on the floor or within the company that are actually on the ground doing the work, then, you're not going to be able to grow. It's, things don't come top down from here, they come bottom up. I want the ideas to be coming from the people who are actually doing the work, not from me. When my guys and girls bring changes to me or suggestions, and we implement them, everyone's more up to buy into it, and that makes our company better for it.
That's awesome. What are some of the challenges you think the next generation will face headed into their professional careers?
It's so hard to see what the landscape's going to look like post-COVID, especially because things are changing so frequently right now. I think, we're going to see, it's not going to be a 100% move to a digital workforce, because, there are still a lot of industries, trades, what have you, that require people to actually be in a workplace and doing hands-on work. But, office environments, probably schools, places where you don't have to be in the office dealing with customers or working on machines, I can see a transition more to teleworking, digital workforce, more virtual learning too. The internet is not the end all for everything. As the previous speaker had mentioned, it's a resource to be used, but it doesn't guide everything that we have to do, and it shouldn't be there to make our decisions. Just like the workforce of today and the workforce when I entered into it, there's always going to be that generational gap. We'll come in working with people who are a lot older than us, who don't always see the way we see and are very stuck in their ways of how things are done. And as I tell the older generation, just like the young, the next generation of workforce, or the current kids that we're bringing in, we have to learn to work with each other, and we all kind of learn differently. We talk to each other differently depending on our generation, and we view the world differently. But that doesn't mean that we can't find some common ground to work together on everything.
Absolutely. Now, if you could go back, what advice would you give yourself at 16?
Pay more attention in school. No, I did okay. I was an underachiever, and I probably could have done a lot better in school if I had paid more attention. But really get involved. Do things that make you happy, that make you feel good. Don't do things that you feel like you're supposed to do because society or your parents or your teachers or friends are telling you to make. It's hard to make your own decisions at 16. At 16, I remember feeling on top of the world, like I was the smartest freaking person out there. And I look back at it now and I'm just, oh man, so stupid. It's even in my 20s. Find things that make you happy, that fulfill you, that make you feel good. If you can translate that into a career someday, that's awesome. But, volunteer, help people out, because ultimately it's not all about you and me, it's about us as a society and a community. And if we support each other, when you need that support, you'll get it because you gave it. And, karma, I don't know, I'm not a very religious person, and I'm not, but I think karma's a thing. Treat others as you want to be treated. Try not to be a jerk, because it's really easy, especially as a teenager. And just remember that, the person you are right now, if you're 16, the person I was at 16 is not the person that I am today. I'm thankful for that.
Awesome. Do we have any questions? I don't see any in the chat. I don't know if anyone in the classes have any questions or Kristin. But with that being said, Kristin, any final thoughts you want to leave the students with today?
This is a big world, even though it might seem a little smaller right now. There's a lot of opportunities out there. No matter what you want to do, if you want to go to college, if you want to go learn a trade, make sure to not let someone hold you back from that. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you happy. If you're lucky enough to end up in a career that you love, you're very lucky, and I would definitely encourage pursuing that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. If anyone has any other questions, you can add them in the chat and we'll get them to you eventually. But thank you for your time, Kristin. I'll see you soon. Great seeing you here today.
Yes, thank you, Justin.
No problem. Next up,